It's midday in 1799. The sun over Rajasthan isn't just bright, it's heavy. At 45 degrees Celsius, the air feels like a physical weight on your chest. You're standing in the middle of the pink city, but you aren't here for a selfie. You are here because you have heard a rumor about a building that defies the laws of nature. A building that, according to the locals, doesn't just sit in the wind, it breathes it. Inside the royal palace, the atmosphere is different. You are a queen of Kachwaha clan, you have all the gold in the world, but you are a prisoner of tradition. The Parta system is absolute. You cannot walk these streets, you cannot be seen by a commoner. To the world, you don't even exist. But you are curious. You don't want to see the festivals, the fights, the life of the city. You do. How do you step into the world without the world ever seeing you? This is the answer, the Hawa Mahal. To the untrained eye, it looks like a giant pink honeycomb. Some call it a palace of breeze, others call it crown of stone, designed to mimic Lord Krishna himself. But look closer at the geometry. Look at the 953 tiny Jerokas, each one a masterpiece of stone carved lace. This isn't just a pretty wall, it's a 5-story viewing gallery, a high tech cooling system, and a social loophole all wrapped into one. But here's the mystery, the building is 5 stories tall, yet it's only a few deep in some places. It has no massive foundation, it has no thick fortress walls. By all laws of physics, a strong wind should knock it down. And yet, it is the wind that keeps it alive. Today, we are going behind the pink sandstone to uncover the secret spy life of the queens and the medieval engineering that makes this the world's first air conditioned skyscraper. Welcome to the Palace of Wind. Step inside, and the first thing you notice is nothing. There are no grand bedrooms here, no dining halls, no royal chambers for sleeping. In fact, most of the rooms are just long, narrow corridors, barely wider than a person's reach. Why? Because the Hawa Mahal wasn't built for living, it was built for looking. To the royal woman of Jaipur, this wasn't a palace, it was a 5-story, high definition panoramic screen. It was a window into a world they were technically forbidden to touch. The genius is in the geometry. Look at these stone screens, the jalis. They are carved with such precision that they create a one-way mirror effect. From the street, all you see is a solid pink wall, but from the inside, you see everything. You see the merchant arguing over the price of saffron, you see the kids playing in the dust, you see the royal soldiers marching. You are inches away from the pulse of the city, yet you are invisible as a ghost. It was the ultimate front row seat protected by stone lace. Imagine the scene during the Tej festival. Thousands of people below, a riot of color, music, and chaos. And up here in the cool shadows, the queen and their attendants are gathered at these windows. They are laughing, gossiping, and judging the fashion of the people below. This was their social media, their live stream. For a few hours every day, these 953 windows allowed them to escape the walls of Jenana, the woman's quarter, and rejoin the world without ever breaking a single royal rule. But don't mistake this for mere entertainment. Information is power. By watching the city so closely, these women knew exactly what was happening in the kingdom. They knew who was rising in power, who was struggling, and what the mood of the people was. They were the invisible eyes of the empire. The Hawa Mahal didn't just give them a view, it gave them a perspective that even the king, riding openly on his elephant, didn't have. Here is where the history book ends and the physics textbook begins. It's 45 degrees Celsius in the bazaar. The stones under your feet are hot enough to blister skin, but you step into the Hawa Mahal and your skin chills. There are no fans, no blocks of ice, no electricity. In 1799, the Rajput architect didn't just build a palace, they built a mammoth 5-story stone radiator. It's a principle of physics called the Venturi effect. Think of it like a garden hose. When you put your thumb over the nozzle, the water comes out faster and with more pressure. The Hawa Mahal does the exact same thing with air. Those 953 windows are wider on the outside and narrow in the middle. As the desert wind is forced through these tiny stone capillaries, it accelerates. And as the air speeds up, its pressure drops, naturally shedding heat in the process. Each window is literally a cooling nozzle. Fast air is great, but you need to keep it moving or the building will just turn into an oven. This is where the stack effect comes in. The architects designed the building to be incredibly thin. As the sun beats down on the pink sandstone, the air inside the front chambers heats up and rises. This creates a natural vacuum, a chimney effect, that sucks in a constant supply of fresh, venturi cooled air from the street. It's a self sustaining cycle. The hotter the sun shines, the harder the building works to cool itself. And the final secret ingredient, lime plaster. The walls aren't just stone, they are coated in a special lime mix that has incredible thermal mass. It breathes, it absorbs the coolness of the night and releases it slowly throughout the day. While modern glass buildings are fighting the environment with loud dripping machines, these buildings is collaborating with it. It's an 18th century smart home built entirely out of rock. But here is the most mind-blowing part of all. Look at this building from the side. It's 5 stories tall, 50 feet high, but it's as thin as a screen. In the world of architecture, this shouldn't work. It has no massive, deep foundation to anchor it. By all accounts, a structure this top heavy and this thin should have collapsed centuries ago. So, why is it still standing? The secret is in its shape. Maharaja Savai Pratap Singh was a devotee of Lord Krishna and he wanted this building to look like Krishna's crown. But that crown shape wasn't just for beauty, it's a masterclass in structural balance. The building leans back slightly into the wind. It's built with a subtle curve that distributes its weight perfectly onto its shallow base. It doesn't fight gravity, it balances on it. For 225 years, it has survived earthquakes, storms, and the brutal Rajasthan heat, standing on its own like a stone ship in the middle of a desert sea. Today, we live in a world of smart cities. We build glass towers, then trap heat like greenhouses, and then we spend billions on air condition to fix the mistake. We have forgotten what the builders of Jaipur knew in 1799, that you don't need a plug to stay cool. You just need to understand the wind. The Hawa Mahal is a ghost of a different era, a time when beauty and survival were the exact same thing. The next time you see a postcard of a pink city, don't just look at the color, look at the 953 eyes watching back from history. They saw the rise and fall of empires and they are still here, breathing in the desert air. If you want to unlock more hidden secrets of India's offbeat history, hit that subscribe button because history isn't just in the past, it's all around us. I'm Adarsh and I'll see you in the next forgotten corner of the world.